Hi, my name is Luke Holcomb. I'm the Marketing and Enrollment Manager at Apparatus Contractor Services, and today we're going to go over one of the 50 rules of bookkeeping that you're likely to learn too late, and that is no one wins a race to the bottom. We're going to talk about why someone would ever think that's a good idea, what an actual good idea looks like, and we'll give you a secret strategy to beat your competition while being more expensive. Stay tuned. So, in the construction industry, we often are trying to solve multiple problems at once. One standard problem is making sure that your job is profitable. Another problem is making sure you sell enough profitable jobs in a year to break even. That means covering your overhead expenses. The third major problem is making sure that you have the money you need when you need it. So basically we are looking at profitability. Do your projects make money? Volume. Do you have enough projects? And cash flow. Do you get the income when you need it? When a contractor tries to start winning the race to the bottom, they're typically trying to solve the problem of cash flow. And whether they have realized it or not, are willing to sacrifice the problem of profitability. So they're looking at a situation like this. I have XYZ bills coming up, so I need to sell a project. And there's the key phrase. I need to sell a project. As soon as you hear yourself say that, it's time to take a step back and recognize that you're in a dangerous position. You have determined that a bad idea, which is agreeing to do a job that is unprofitable, is actually a good idea because you're worried about cash flow. So here we are. We now know why someone would think that selling an unprofitable job is a good idea. The consequences of this are known by anyone who has ever tried it. You get incredibly stressed. You don't have the money you need to finish the project at the end. Your customer has a horrible experience and will likely tell as many people as they can about it. Your employees don't trust you very much because now you're acting pretty shifty, and now you have only compounded your original problem and essentially kicked the can down the road on the consequences. And I don't want you to misunderstand me. Cash flow is something to worry about. It is a real problem. What we are trying to do is recognize the root cause, which brings us to our next point. Like I promised at the beginning, we will look at what is actually a good idea. So, an actual good idea would look something like this. Imagine yourself as a business owner who is crystal clear on how much profit has to be in a job to cover overhead, and how many of those projects you have to sell in a year. You have clear and accurate financial statements, so you know where you are with these goals, and you have a good banking relationship that you can take your financial statements to. You can explain your cash flow issue, you can show them where you're at with your goal, and get a loan to cover your cash flow while you're making sure that you're taking on profitable projects. You may think this is crazy or cheating or something that people don't do, but you're wrong. This is how most large companies operate. Think of the term Black Friday. The origin is that it was the day that retailers crossed into profitable territory for the year. They knew that they would go about their business the entire year only to sell enough to cover their overhead with around 35 days left in a year. They're able to do this because 1, they have a solid understanding of their finances. 2, good banking relationships. So please hear me when I say this. This is a way that many businesses run. And just like retail sectors, construction industry has portions of the year that are very slow and portions of the year that are very busy. So that's the good idea. Now we have, as promised, this secret strategy. How to beat your competition while maintaining higher prices. So unlike our good idea, this is not as formulaic. The advice I would give one contractor is different than the advice I would give another. Realistically, this is a marketing problem just as much as it is a problem that has to do with finances and bookkeeping. You must have a solid hold on your numbers and be able to know what types of projects you make good money on and which ones you don't. Once you have that information, you have to think to yourself, do I really like these projects? If so, great. If not, you have to figure out the balance of how much you like them and how much money they take in compared to the runner-up. It's a personal decision. Next, you have to start trying to do more of those ideal projects. Figure out who the customers are, only market to them, and make sure that when opportunities come up where you can take projects that aren't this target, that don't make you money, you turn them down. This will feel weird and counterintuitive at first, but think of it this way. You can spend 30 hours trying to negotiate and land a project that isn't going to make you much money, or you can spend 30 hours negotiating and landing a project that will make you money. Don't get caught up in what is right in front of you. You made a plan, you have a goal, and it's time to follow it. This change isn't something that happens overnight. You will want to go through this exercise of pushing out the bad projects and targeting the right projects over and over again. The end result, though, is a company that doesn't have to rely on banking relationships to get through periods of bad cash flow. It's a company that has the cash flow to float itself through those times, and one that has you making more money with less effort. When this is your company, everyone wins. The industry wins, your customers win, your employees win, you win, and your family wins. And if you need help to get there, let us know. We aren't just a solution for people that are at the top. We're often part of the reason they got there. Thanks for reviewing this video. On behalf of the entire Apparatus team, I sincerely hope you've discovered something here that can help you grow an even more successful construction company. If you've had enough of not feeling in control of your company's finances, we're here to help. If you're ready to finally take action to give your business the precision bookkeeping, payroll, and reporting capability you know it needs, Apparatus is the answer. So here's your next step. Go to www.apparatusteam.com/action. We have a very simple 4-step process to get you started. First, you'll see what kind of clients we look for. Next, you'll have the opportunity to watch a pre-recorded video that gives you a full overview of our services, our prices, and how we operate. Third, if you're ready to move forward, you'll have the opportunity to fill out a preliminary application form. Last, we'll schedule a half-hour Zoom meeting with you. In that meeting, we'll have an in-depth conversation about the current status and future goals you have for your company, the bookkeeping challenges you now face, and how Apparatus can help you overcome those challenges and unlock the potential of your contracting business. We look forward to talking to you soon.